Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, sir. Appreciate that. No one signed up for public comment, or anyone out there who would like to speak? All right, we'll move right along. Next item, 6A is the VUJ apron and taxi lane rehabilitation. Our presenters, Randy Shank, the airport director. Good evening, Randy. How are you, sir?
And good evening, Mr. Chair and all the commissioners. I'm here to present a request for a match. The Stanley County Airport is requesting a local match to support a FAA Division of Aviation funded apron and taxi lane pavement rehabilitation project. The low bidder for the project was J.T. Russell and Sons and will be awarded the contract if the county funding is approved. The project will consist of 3 separate grants to fund the project. The numbers are demonstrated on the attached grant summary budget, which I think you have in your packet. The accumulation of each grant supports and completes the entire construction project. As demonstrated on that summary, the entire project is $1,251,291 and would require a county match of $122,201. The county match would be funded via the Airport Enterprise Fund using retained earnings. And the Stanley County Airport would like to ask you to please consider approval of the match amount and the construction project.
Randy, if we approve this, have they got a date? I think we have a date ironed out.
We should hopefully begin if we can. We have to get through one final hurdle with the Division of Transportation, which is a Thursday meeting approval. But once we get that and get the contract signed in place with J.T. Russell's, probably mid-April.
Randy, is that pavement, no concrete in there? Just all pavement?
It's all the original asphalt. It's going to be ground up, milled down. They're going to have to treat it with like a concrete blend underneath there, and then they're going to repave it back over the top of it. But they're going to treat the subgrade with cement or some type of.
Okay. Thanks, sir. Any other questions from the commissioners to Randy?
Randy, the federal is $179,000 and the state is $949,000.
Yes, sir.
How do you find these grants?
Well, the federal part is what's called an NPE fund. That's a non-primary entitlement. We get that each year. It's $150,000 per year, and it can be accumulated up to 4 years. So we can kind of accumulate it up. It typically requires a 10% match. Some of the matches in some of the earlier funds, the 2020, for instance, which is not on here, that was 0% match. So is the 2021, and that was during all the COVID years. Some of it requires a 5% match, but typically it's a 10%.
I think anytime we can bring in $1 million and we only have to pay $100,000.
122,201.
Yeah, I mean that's great.
It is great, and and you can tell by the area on the handout that I gave you that area that we're going to repave is pretty significant. It's a very large area.
Can you get some of that for our schools?
I can try. I wish.
We've got some parking lots, and I'm kidding. No, that's great.
Yeah.
I don't see how
We're
you turn
excited
that.
about it.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions for Randy?
I'm just curious, you said there's grass growing up through it, is it cracked or something?
There is. I've actually been having to spray Roundup on it to kill it out. It looks pretty bad if the weeds get going on it.
Subgrade's fine under it though. I mean, we're gonna pave on top of it, not have any problems.
No, they're going to mill it all up. It's all
really?
going to be taken back
That's
up.
even better.
Yep.
Mike, that's part of that process he's talking about. They're going to mill it up and add the,
Cement subgrade.
the subgrade stabilization to it.
And it's always good to see a local contractor
Yes.
be able to work.
We're happy to work with them.
And they're good.
Yep.
Any other?
The overlay, Randy, or the pavement itself, what's the thickness?
I would have to look at the spec sheet on that. I do not know off the top of my head. I will tell you this, that Division of Aviation specifics, it'll have to be tested. It calls for 5 or 6 testings in there. They're going to have to test it, check it. It's going to be it's pretty specific process. Anytime you have asphalt, but specifically with aviation.
Yeah, will FAA come out and inspect it?
No, we'll have to hire that's part of the contract. It's in the contract with J.T. Russell. They'll have the inspectors on site.
All right, any other questions? What's the pleasure of the board?
Excuse me. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we go forward with, as is proposed, unless you've got a different idea. This is just me speaking. But I don't see how we can receive $1 million and it only cost us $100,000 to, and at the same time, our local contractor is doing the work, and they're good. So I make a motion that we approve.
All right, I have a motion that we approve the attached budget amendment as presented. I have a second by Commissioner Hatley. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Thank you, Randy.
Very much.
Good
Thank
luck
you,
with that,
everyone.
sir. All right, next item, 6B is the fiscal year 2026-2027 budget development calendar, and our presenter is County Manager Andy Lucas.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. This just lays out our calendar for the budget process that will be, well, we've already really kicked it off. We've already started doing analysis behind the scenes, developing targets that we'll be sharing with departments next week as we kick off their formal budget process. But this calendar basically spells out each of the key dates. I did highlight in yellow just sort of the March, April timeframe for some joint meetings with the school board and the Community College Board of Trustees, just because we usually set those dates. This tends to be somewhat fluid. So we'll try to establish those dates at some point during March and April with both of those bodies. But I'll be happy to answer any questions. This really just follows your meeting schedule in a lot of respects. The May 11th, when we do the recommended budget, is the only May meeting you have. And then June 8th, when we'll do the public hearing for the budget, that will be your only meeting, your only regular meeting in June. And then we've put some tentative dates on there for budget workshops, but normally you don't approve those budget workshop dates until the June 8th meeting, whatever that meeting is at the public hearing. So, anyway, we'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. But we're at that time of year. We're getting close. So doing another
Yes.
budget.
Buttercups are blooming and budgets are blooming too.
That's right.
Yeah. Any questions for County Manager on the calendar? We don't need any action on that, right?
No, we typically do approve it. So just a
Okay,
motion
I'm
to
sorry.
approve. Yep.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
I would entertain a motion to consider approval of the proposed calendar.
Make a motion to approve the calendar as presented.
Commissioner Lawhon, do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Crump. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. All right, next item is the consent agenda. I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve consent agenda by Commissioner Lawhon, second by Commissioner Mills. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next item is board comments, announcements, and committee reports. Commissioner Barbie, I'll start with you, sir.
I don't have anything, so I'll pass it on. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Mills.
Went by the Board of Elections on Thursday, and there were only 1,600, it was really 1,500 people had voted. 1,500 people had voted total. And tomorrow's the last chance. They close at 7:30 tomorrow. So if you haven't voted, you have to go to your precinct, not to the Commons. So if you don't know where your precinct is, Andy Lucas will tell you.
Thanks, sir. Commissioner Crump.
No comment tonight.
Thank you, ma'am. Commissioner King. I have no comment. Thanks, sir. Commissioner Hatley. Vice Chairman Lawhon. I know you got something.
Oh, yeah, I always have something. I echo, it's very important to vote, and if you're listening or here tonight, if you haven't voted, polls open, I believe it's 6:30 and go through 7:30 p.m., and I encourage you to vote. If you don't vote, then don't complain. The last thing I'll cover is January new home permits. We had 38 new home permits, which is an increase of 12 over the same period last year, a 46% increase in February. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. I would echo, get out and vote. That's your patriotic duty. We have our military that's in a very tough campaign right now. We've lost several U.S. soldiers. They are there to defend that freedom that we see. So anyway, be much in prayer for our military and everything's going overseas. It's going to be a lengthy thing, I believe, but you know, that's one reason that we are one nation under God, and we need to remain that. So, Billy, I went Friday night here at the Commons. First time in my life I've ever voted in Albemarle. Usually I get the early voted locust, but they didn't have it this year. And I was 1893, and Tracy was 1892. So I don't know. I think wound up a little over 2,000 Saturday total. 26. Okay, yeah, that's good. Anyway, our next regular meeting is March the 16th. Hearing nothing else, I would entertain a motion that we adjourn. Motion to adjourn. Do I have a second? Second. Somebody. All right, thanks all for coming tonight. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank y'all.